Welcome to your Monday Morning Pearl. I'm Steve Keck. Today, we're going to start a new series on the psychology of sales leadership. Over the next few weeks, we're going to tap into a few areas of how to develop a psychology around great sales leadership that is not along the typical path that most people expect. And the first thing we're going to talk about is emotional contagion. I realize this might seem a little strange to be talking about this in the middle of a pandemic, but hey, why not? So let's dive into what emotional contagion means for you and your sales team. The first thing to understand about emotional contagion is this. Your brains are wired for it. Your brains are wired for it because you have a thing called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons are the things that work to help you learn something new. They do that by helping you copy what someone else is teaching you. But what they also do is they learn to adapt and attach the emotional feeling of the person who's teaching. So what you actually have is an emotional contagion to learn something that includes the emotions that that teacher is putting on top of it. So if someone is frustrated showing you how to put something together, such as IKEA furniture, you may attach the process of putting things together with an emotional balance of frustration. A good example of this is when you walk up to a group of people who are currently laughing, you are already primed to laugh and smile to join in the group, and your brain is already getting ready to adapt to the situation in front of it. That is your mirror neurons at work. So for example, when I was a child, I used to play with my older brother and his friends on the soccer field. Well, at 5 years old, I had to learn to play like an 8-year-old. So my mirror neurons went to work and they helped me adapt to playing with a temperament and style and capability of an 8-year-old 3 years prior to my age. And what ended up happening is when I go play with my friends, they started to adapt to the way I would train them on how to play soccer. And so when we got out on the field with other 5-year-olds, we were the first kids to pass the ball, to work together as a team, to not run in a group going all around. And what that did is it gave us a unique competitive advantage on the field. So what does that have to do with sales leadership? It has everything to do with sales leadership. And here's why. A good sales leader recognizes that how they execute their role, their desire for sales, their desire or interest in the CRM, their focus on what's most important will create an emotional attachment to that behavior in your sales teams for the rest of the time that they're with you. So as a good sales leader, it's imperative for you to understand that your emotional temperament in meetings, in sidebar conversations, in coaching sessions, and out in the field will have a tremendous impact on your sales team's ability to adapt to what you need them to do best. So if you're excited about something, they will feel it and they will respond to it. If you're not excited about something, you make an offhand comment that the CRM is a pain in the neck, well, guess what? They're going to see it the same way. So emotional contagion can be an exceptional tool for every sales leader, especially when you're hiring a bunch of new salespeople in a growing environment. Your emotions are part of their learning. They will learn to mirror your emotions when it comes to every piece of the way they execute their role. Great sales leaders recognize that they bring their best emotional self when they're teaching those they lead. Positivity, enthusiasm, resourcefulness, curiosity. These are the traits you want your salespeople to catch when they're learning how to do the job you want them to do. So even if you think you're asymptomatic, you got to remember you're still contagious. Emotional contagion will come with your training. Psychology is an ever-present component of sales leadership. If your sales leadership needs some guidance in this area, reach out to us. Let's have a conversation. We love coaching sales leaders to be their best. Reach out to us on our website or one of our social channels.